to cure my mother's illness. I embezzled company funds without hesitation. After the incident was exposed, I was arrested by the police. But the company's beautiful CEO, with paralyzed legs, not only did she not sue me, but she also let me be her husband for 3 years. For the past 3 years, I have taken extremely good care of Liu Ruyan. I even used my own body to test medicines. Finally, I created a miracle. I almost completely healed Liu Ruyan's legs. Now, with 2 months left until the 3-year mark, I accidentally saw my wife's phone. There was a text from a stranger. Ruyan, I am coming back to the country in 3 days. This time, we can finally get married openly and honorably. I knew this message was from Liu Ruyan's one true love, Chen Yu. At the same time, I also knew it was time for me to leave. But after Liu Ruyan saw me with her best friend, she regretted it. She cried and begged me to come back to her, but it was too late. At this moment, hearing Liu Ruyan promise me that after the divorce, she would give me 10 million yuan as payment, I let out a small laugh. With a serious expression, I spoke. There's no need. You've helped me enough already. I can't accept this money. I'll go back to pack my things and move out immediately. Please take care of yourself from now on. Watching my somewhat lonely back as I returned to the room, Liu Ruyan had an indescribable feeling in her heart, and just then, her phone rang. After picking it up to look, a rare smile appeared on her face. After I got back to my room, I simply packed my luggage. Actually, over the years, Liu Ruyan hasn't treated me badly. She gave me quite a few expensive watches and gifts. It's just that I didn't take any of them with me. I only took my personal clothes. I sat on the bed for a long time. A bitter smile appeared on my face. Actually, in my heart, I was still a little reluctant to leave. Living together for 3 years, how could there be no feelings? It's just that Liu Ruyan and I, in the end, we're just a contract couple. Chen Yu is coming back soon. Naturally, I have to make way for the rightful owner. Besides, I don't want to be an obstacle between them. All these years, I know best how Liu Ruyan feels about Chen Yu. Because Chen Yu said on the phone that he liked the piano, she bought one the very next day. The best Steinway piano. She could also, when Chen Yu was in a bad mood, stay up all night talking on the phone with him. In her heart, no one can take Chen Yu's place. Besides, I also know my feelings for Liu Ruyan. Perhaps there's a little bit of affection. After all, people aren't plants, who can be completely emotionless, but towards Liu Ruyan, it's mostly gratitude. So, I also sincerely hope that Liu Ruyan and Chen Yu can be happy in the future. Thinking of this, I let out a soft chuckle. My face even showed a hint of admiration. Immediately after, I picked up the item next to my bag. It was a teddy bear keychain that hung on the side. My eyes held a trace of nostalgia. I mumbled to myself, Sister Yu, you haven't really forgotten me, have you? After finishing packing all my luggage, I got up and left the bedroom. In the living room, Liu Ruyan was holding her phone and smiling brightly. Perhaps sensing a gaze upon her, Liu Ruyan instinctively looked up and met my eyes. Then she looked blankly at the suitcase in my hand. She asked tentatively, You want to move out? Very clearly, she seemed to have forgotten what I just said. When Chen Yu returns, it won't be appropriate for me to stay here. I chuckled softly and explained patiently. I don't know why, but after Liu Ruyan heard my words, a secret glimmer of joy appeared in her heart. Is Chen Fan jealous? That's why he's bringing up Chen Yu. Actually, you don't need to be in such a hurry. You can leave in a few days. Liu Ruyan resumed her cold demeanor. Hearing that, I, standing beside her, chuckled softly. There's no need. We're about to get divorced. I can't continue living here. Speaking of which, I paused for a moment and continued to add, I've already found a professional caregiver for you. She should be here in a little while. Oh, right. Although the doctor said, your leg can fully recover in less than 2 months, but within these 2 months, it's best not to walk around randomly. Otherwise, it will affect your recovery speed. As for the herbal medicine for your leg injury, I left it for you, in the 3rd drawer under the living room. Hearing my careful instructions, Liu Ruyan had an indescribable feeling in her heart. For the past 3 years, Chen Fan has indeed taken very good care of me. If it weren't for Chen Yu, Chen Fan would indeed be a very good choice. It's just that my heart only has room for Chen Yu. I can't fit any other man in it. Chen Fan, thank you so much. Hearing that, I chuckled softly. Polite words become meaningless if said too often. Ru Yan, since your legs are inconvenient, don't go out. I'll bring you the divorce agreement tomorrow. After saying that, I picked up my bag and went downstairs without looking back. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan pursed her lips. In the end, she didn't say anything more. Young Master Chen, are you? Aunt Wang, who was in charge of cleaning downstairs, looked at the luggage in my hand with some doubt. Hearing this, I didn't answer. Instead, I took out from my bag a notebook and handed it to Aunt Wang. Aunt Wang, these are the dishes that Ruyan usually likes to eat. There are also some cooking methods, along with her daily habits, and the placement of daily necessities and clothes. When the caregiver arrives, you can show them. After doing all this, I finally breathed a sigh of relief as if I had completed my mission. It's been 3 years. I've finally repaid my debt of gratitude to Liu Ruyan. From now on, I am free. Young Master Chen, are you leaving? Aunt Wang looked at the notebook in her hand and looked at me tentatively. Yes. Aunt Wang, please take care of yourself from now on. I chuckled softly, then picked up my luggage and walked out. On the second floor, Liu Ruyan didn't listen to me. She still went out. Right now, she's sitting in her wheelchair, silently watching my departing back. Her eyes held a complicated expression. My conversation with Aunt Wang just now, she heard it all. To be honest, she was also very surprised. After all, in this world, I am afraid there isn't any man who could be as considerate as Chen Fan. At this moment, she could also see Chen Fan's love for her. Although my back looked carefree as I left, in Liu Ruyan's eyes, it was just a way to hide my own misery. But even knowing that Chen Fan loves her, Liu Ruyan still couldn't make a choice, because she likes Chen Yu too much. Even in her dreams, she wants to have a family with Chen Yu, so at this moment, she didn't try to hold me back. Young Master Chen, you can't go. If you leave, what will the mistress do? Her leg hasn't fully healed yet. Downstairs, Aunt Wang was still trying to persuade me, and at this moment, Liu Ruyan, for some reason, was secretly hoping I would turn back, but I only left her with my back, and just like that, I left this place. Until the door closed, Liu Ruyan's gaze unknowingly turned dim. After I left, I went to a hotel. Lying on the bed, I picked up the teddy bear keychain hanging on my backpack again. My thoughts unknowingly drifted back to the past. Chu Yu, my childhood sweetheart sister. She's also the one true love I've always longed for. When I was a child, I always liked to follow Chu Yu, even when sleeping. I liked to hug Chu Yu. When I was little, I used to shout all day that I would marry Chu Yu when I grew up. At that time, after Chu Yu heard this, she just smiled and patted my head with a doting expression. Okay, in the future, I will also marry little Fan. But good times don't last long. I vaguely remember when I was 13. The day Chu Yu left was a rainy day. Chu Yu and I held hands, crying our eyes out. In the end, we were still forced to separate by our parents. When we parted, Chu Yu even promised, "Be good. Little Fan, wait for me. I will definitely come back to find you." Since then, there has been no news from Chu Yu. The two of us haven't seen each other for 10 years. Even though the Chen family later prospered, and I used all my connections to search, there were still no results. Sister Yu, I will definitely find you. Just then, a phone ring suddenly interrupted my thoughts. A doctor from the city hospital, Yu Dao. A year ago, because Liu Ruyan couldn't take care of herself, her temper was extremely volatile. She often hit and scolded me. The most serious time, she accidentally pushed me from the second floor stairs. It caused a minor fracture in my left leg. Afterwards, when I went to the hospital for an examination, I happened to meet Yu Dao. Because Yu Dao took great care of me at that time, the two of us gradually became good friends. Without hesitation, I pressed the answer button. Hello? What are you doing? Busy, Mr. Chen? After the call connected, Yu Dao's lazy voice came through. Nothing much. What's up? Sister Yu Dao. Nothing. I just wanted to ask you out for a meal, but I don't know if the busy Mr. Chen is free. On the other end of the line, Yu Dao's voice carried a hint of complaint. Hearing that, I smiled a little awkwardly. Ever since signing the marriage agreement with Liu Ruyan, I've been busy taking care of her, so I rarely go out to socialize. But now that I am about to divorce Liu Ruyan, I am not busy with anything for the time being. Okay, Sister Yu Dao, you set the time and place. Alright then, I'll be waiting for you. Yu Dao's voice on the other end of the line clearly carried a hint of joy. Meanwhile, Liu Ruyan was patiently reading my notebook. What I like to eat, what I like to drink, what my daily habits are, it was all recorded very clearly in there. Not a single thing was missing, but I don't know why. Even though these were all expressions of Chen Fan's love for her, I should have been happy. But when I saw this content, my heart suddenly felt an indescribable sense of loss. Just thinking about a man who was so devoted, would no longer belong to me, my heart felt even more uncomfortable. Suddenly, a phone rang, unexpectedly interrupting Liu Ruyan's train of thought. The caller was her company's secretary. What is it? After connecting the call, Liu Ruyan spoke first. Her voice was cold. CEO Liu, something has come up at the company. Could you please make a trip over? Hearing that, Liu Ruyan's beautiful eyebrows furrowed. Okay, I'll be right there. But after saying this, Liu Ruyan seemed to think of something, and added, have the bodyguards come pick me up. CEO Liu, isn't young Master Chen at home? Yeah. Faced with the secretary's words, Liu Ruyan replied perfunctorily with some annoyance. Previously, in this situation, she wouldn't have needed to call anyone to pick her up, because as long as she wanted, Chen Fan would take her anywhere in the world. I remember one time, she found out that Chen Yu was seriously ill abroad. Hearing that there was a temple with a very effective peace talisman, she prepared to go up the mountain to pray for a talisman for Chen Yu. But with her inconvenient legs, she couldn't walk at all, let alone climb a steep, cloud-covered mountain. Who would have thought that after Chen Fan learned of her intentions, he immediately carried her on his back up the mountain without a second word. Even though the mountain path was steep, and his feet were covered in blisters, Chen Fan still gritted his teeth and persevered. In the end, he successfully prayed for that peace talisman on her behalf. Later, Chen Fan also said that wherever she wanted to go, he would take her. It's just that now. Knock. 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 Mistress, can we depart now? At this moment, a knock came from outside the door. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan closed the notebook and wheeled herself out. Seeing Liu Ruyan come out, one of them, a rather young and handsome bodyguard, stepped forward. Very perceptively, from behind, he pushed Liu Ruyan's wheelchair. Until he pushed Liu Ruyan to the top of the stairs, he stopped. Then he quickly bent down, preparing to carry Liu Ruyan down. What do you think you're doing? The bodyguard's hand hadn't even touched Liu Ruyan when an ice-cold voice was heard. Looking up, he saw Liu Ruyan, staring at him with a cold expression. I'll carry you down. The young bodyguard's gaze was a little evasive. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan stared at him, her tone unfriendly. I don't need you to carry me. You can leave. Is me. Mistress, what do you mean? It means you're fired. This young bodyguard looked at Liu Ruyan with a panicked expression, then shifted his gaze to the more experienced bodyguard. But at this moment, none of the bodyguards pleaded for him. They weren't idiots. They could all see his intentions. He just wanted to take a shortcut. After all, Liu Ruyan's status was right there. The young bodyguard didn't expect his small thought to be seen through by Liu Ruyan. With an unwilling expression, he left the place. You guys carry my wheelchair down. Liu Ruyan then gave a new order to them. Actually, she fired the young bodyguard, not just for this reason. More importantly, she was a bit resistant to physical contact with men, even with Chen Yu. Her thinking was quite traditional. She believed that if the relationship hadn't reached that point, they couldn't cross the line. Therefore, she and Chen Yu had argued many times. And so far, the only one who has had intimate contact was Chen Fan alone. When she first became disabled, she gave up on herself. Her temper was erratic. When she had a fit, she would often do some things to harm herself. Every time that happened, Chen Fan would forcibly hug her and stop her. But strangely, when faced with Chen Fan's embrace, she wasn't as angry as she had imagined. On the contrary, she quite enjoyed this feeling. Her restless, irritable heart would also calm down because of it. Even she herself didn't know why this was. Meanwhile, I had arrived at the Samsung hotel address that Yu Dao sent. After going inside, I very accurately spotted Yue Dao's location. It wasn't for any other reason, but because Yue Dao was too beautiful. An exquisite face, fair skin, with her hair in a high ponytail. She didn't lose her youthful, energetic look at all. This could be seen by the surrounding customers constantly throwing glances in her direction. Sister Yue Dao, I am sorry. I've made you wait. It's okay. I just got here too. After seeing me, Yue Dao broke into a smile. Her burning gaze was fixed on me. Ever since the first time she saw Chen Fan, she was deeply attracted to this gentle, considerate man. Afterwards, she always looked for opportunities to be alone with Chen Fan. But unfortunately, Chen Fan never accepted her invitations. Therefore, her feelings had never been confessed. Sister Yue Dao, haven't you been busy lately? After I sat down and saw Yu Dao staring at me, I let out a cough to ease the awkwardness. At this point, Yue Dao also retracted her gaze, with a complaining look. Yes, not like you, the busy one. I don't even know what you do. Hearing that, I knew Yue Dao was indirectly probing about my profession, but I didn't say much. I just gave an awkward laugh. There's no way around it. I can't just say my profession is being someone else's husband. Seeing that I didn't want to talk, Yue Dao pursed her lips and changed the subject. Oh, right, how's your injury? It's much better. Sister Yu Dao, speaking of which, I have to thank you. Otherwise, it wouldn't have healed so quickly. The two of them just chatted idly like that. Just then, Liu Ruyan had finished handling company matters and was on her way back. She sat in the car, looking out the window, seeming a bit absent-minded. But the next second, she saw a familiar figure stop the car. What's wrong, mistress? After the bodyguard stopped the car, he looked through the rearview mirror with some doubt. But after hearing him, Liu Ruyan paid him no mind. She just stared into the restaurant with a gloomy face. Chen Fan was talking with a strange woman. They seemed to be having a very happy conversation. When Chen Fan faced that woman, he didn't have the awkward look he had in front of me at all. Instead, he seemed very relaxed, and the woman would occasionally give a shy smile. This scene pierced deep into Liu Ruyan's eyes. Carry me out of the car. Liu Ruyan seemed to be suppressing her anger. Her voice was as cold as ice. Hearing this, the bodyguards also seemed to realize that Liu Ruyan's mood was a bit off. So they hurriedly got out of the car and quickly carried Liu Ruyan down. In the restaurant, the two of us seemed to be talking about something interesting. Then we both laughed. Perhaps, feeling the time was right, Yue Dao gathered her courage and, blushing, spoke. Chen Fan, actually, what are you two doing? A sudden voice rang out. I saw Liu Ruyan walking up behind me with a cold face. Her gaze towards Yue Dao held a hint of hostility. Seeing this, Yue Dao pointed at Liu Ruyan in confusion. Looking towards me, she doesn't know Liu Ruyan is my nominal wife. Or perhaps, she doesn't know I am married. This is a friend of mine. After a moment of hesitation, I spoke up. We're getting divorced soon anyway. I don't need to say that Liu Ruyan is my wife anymore. Otherwise, if the news gets out, for me, it will not only cause trouble in my future life, but also affect Liu Ruyan's reputation. And I thought Liu Ruyan would be satisfied with my explanation. But who would have thought that after hearing my introduction, Liu Ruyan's gaze turned even colder. Her whole being was like a lioness about to go berserk. I see. Hello, my name is Yue Dao. I am also a good friend of Chen Fan. After hearing my explanation, Yue Dao extended her hand and greeted her very politely. Hey, a good friend? I am afraid your relationship doesn't just stop there, does it? Liu Ruyan let out a cold laugh, her tone full of sarcasm. It was very clear that regarding Yue Dao's words, Liu Ruyan didn't believe it at all. But Yue Dao looked as if someone had hit a nerve. She blushed and lowered her head. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan confirmed the suspicion in her heart, and her expression grew colder and colder. As women, how could she not see through Yue Dao's thoughts? That shy expression clearly showed she didn't just see Chen Fan as a friend. As for what else she considered him, only she knew. Are you Yan? Our relationship isn't what you think. Seeing the atmosphere was a bit off, I hurriedly explained. But Liu Ruyan didn't listen to my explanation at all. She just looked at me coldly, with eyes that looked at a betrayer. When did you two start? It's not like that. Yue Dao, standing beside me, realized that Liu Ruyan had probably misunderstood something, so she quickly explained. We met at the hospital. Last year, his arm was broken, and I was his attending physician. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan's delicate eyebrows furrowed, with a hint of suspicion. A broken bone? What is this about? As she spoke, she didn't forget to look at me. Having been together for 3 years, she had never heard that I was injured last year. For all these years, the two of them were together almost every day, so there was no reason for her not to know I had broken a bone. You don't know? At that time, he said he was applying to be a caregiver for a female patient, but it turned out that woman went crazy for some reason and pushed Chen Fan down from upstairs. Sigh, it's a pity Chen Fan refused my help. Otherwise, I would have told him to quit that terrible job long ago. Before I could speak, Yue Dao beside me had already quickly explained. Moreover, the more she spoke, the more animated she became, completely ignoring the gloomy-faced Liu Ruyan beside her. She remembered. Last year, Chen Yu was involved with a woman abroad. Discovering the truth, her emotions spiraled out of control. She wanted to jump from the second floor, but was stopped by Chen Fan. He stood in front of her, refusing to let her jump no matter what. In the end, in a moment of carelessness, she pushed Chen Fan down from the second floor staircase. At that time, she felt the distance from the second floor to the first wasn't high, and there was the staircase to break the fall, so probably nothing would happen. So after pushing Chen Fan down, she went back to her room alone. For a while after that, when Chen Fan took care of her, he often used his right hand, and during that time, she was still heartbroken, so she didn't pay any attention. Thinking back now, Chen Fan was indeed injured because of me. At this moment, when Liu Ruyan looked at me, her eyes held a trace of guilt. Sister Yue Dao, don't say any more. I interrupted awkwardly. Yue Dao was about to say more. Okay, but that woman is truly too much. How about you just quit? At worst, I'll support you. As she said this, Yue Dao suddenly lowered her head, not daring to look me in the eye. Her small face flushed red. She had the means to do this. Although she was a doctor, her monthly salary wasn't very high, but that was only because she personally liked the profession. Earning 10,000 a month was her limit, not her family's limit. Besides, anyone with a discerning eye could see what her words implied. It seemed like a joke, but it was actually an indirect confession. But I didn't catch her hidden meaning. I just shook my head gently, my tone serious. Let's drop it. Sister Yue Dao, I still want to rely on my own efforts to achieve things. Hearing this, Yue Dao, although a little disappointed, was not discouraged. On the contrary, her eyes lit up as she looked at me. She liked a man with spirit like Chen Fan. Although he grew up in adversity, he didn't lose his integrity. If he could achieve it himself, he would resolutely not accept help from others. Isn't this the man I've been looking for all this time? As she thought about it, Yue Dao didn't notice that her cheeks were burning hot. That's enough. Seeing the two of them flirting in front of her, Liu Ruyan, who had been ignored until now, couldn't sit still any longer. Feeling an inexplicable discomfort in her heart, she suppressed her anger. Chen Fan, come back with me. Ruyan, don't cause a scene. I am having a meal with Sister Yue Dao. Facing Liu Ruyan's baseless anger, I was a little surprised, but still patiently explained. But after hearing it, Liu Ruyan's anger seemed to grow even stronger. Having a meal? A single man and a single woman having a meal together. Aren't you afraid of people gossiping? Chen Fan, don't you forget, we aren't divorced yet. I was a little speechless. I didn't understand why Liu Ruyan was angry, and I understood even less why she would admit to our relationship in front of Yue Dao. After all, she was the one who said at the beginning that this relationship must be kept secret. What does this mean now? What? You two are husband and wife? Hearing their conversation, Yue Dao's expression was a bit stunned. Hearing this, the corners of Liu Ruyan's mouth lifted into a cold smile. That's right. I am the female patient you were talking about, Chen Fan. Is this true? Yue Dao ignored Liu Ruyan and looked straight at me, facing Yue Dao's question. I nodded. Seeing this, the light completely faded from Yue Dao's eyes. Chen Fan, I'll say it again. Come back with me. As for Yue Dao's reaction, Liu Ruyan paid no mind. Hearing this, I hesitated for a moment and finally shook my head. Ruyan, I am sorry. I can't go back with you. Chen Yu is coming back soon. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to go back. Besides, Sister Yue Dao asked me out today. I can't just ruin her mood. So you should just go back first, don't you? Chen Fan, don't you forget, our contract doesn't expire for another 3 days. In other words, for these 3 days, we are still legally husband and wife. You have an obligation to come back and take care of me. Unless you want to breach the contract, but you know the consequences of doing that. Liu Ru Yan threatened with a gloomy face. Yu Dao beside us seemed to grasp some important keyword. Her eyes lit up again. Theirs is a contractual relationship, and the marriage is just okay. I looked at Liu Ru Yan's stubborn expression, and a bitter taste rose in my heart. There was no other way. Who told me to take their money? Besides, she really does need a caregiver right now. So I turned my head back with an apologetic expression. Sister Yu Dao, I am sorry. I guess I have to stand you up again. It's okay. It's okay. If she needs you, then go take care of your business first. After all, it's not like we're short on these 3 days. Although Yue Dao was a bit disappointed, she was still very considerate and told me to go back first. On the other hand, Liu Ru Yan, who was beside me, her eyes were practically shooting fire. Hearing me call her Sister Yu Dao made her feel even more uncomfortable. Finally, she snorted coldly and turned her wheelchair to leave. Ru Yan, wait for me. Leaving the restaurant, I quickly chased after Liu Ru Yan. Chen Fan, you're really something. We're not even divorced yet, and you're already in a hurry to go out and flirt. Liu Ru Yan looked at me, panting in front of her, her expression cold. Ru Yan, don't misunderstand. We really are just friends. Hearing my explanation, Liu Ru Yan looked at me sarcastically. Friends? If you two were really just friends, would she look at you with those eyes? Hearing this, I had a bit of a headache. I clearly just explained it. Why does Liu Ru Yan still not believe me? Ru Yan, whether you believe it or not, there's really nothing between her and me. Having a meal together was only because when I broke my bone before, she took great care of me, so I couldn't refuse. Liu Ru Yan looked at me with suspicion. Really? It's true. Seeing my serious expression, Liu Ru Yan's expression softened a little. So, is your injury better? Liu Ru Yan looked at my arm, pursing her lips. Hearing this, I was slightly stunned. Is Liu Ru Yan concerned about me? For the past 3 years, I've been injured because of her more than once. When she was irritable, she had hit my head with a vase. When she was upset, she had stabbed my leg with scissors. For every single one of these incidents, Liu Ru Yan had never, from beginning to end, shown any guilt or concern. Only disdain and took it for granted. But why today? Is she asking about my injury? But I didn't think much of it, letting out a soft laugh, very nonchalantly. I am fine. It's already healed. Seeing my relaxed expression, Liu Ru Yan revealed a hint of self-reproach. Perhaps I've really been a bit too harsh on Chen Fan. He just likes me. What's so wrong with that? For the past 3 years, he has taken meticulous care of me. I really shouldn't have taken my anger out on him, to the point of injuring him. She returned to her cold demeanor. Let's go home first. With that, Liu Ru Yan turned the wheelchair herself. Seeing this, I followed, pushing her wheelchair towards the car. In the wheelchair, the corners of Liu Ru Yan's mouth couldn't help but curve up. He really does still like me a lot. As long as I wave my hand, he will immediately return to my side. It's just a pity that my heart is already filled by Chen Yu. It can't hold him anymore. Liu Ru Yan couldn't imagine, if she were to marry Chen Yu later, how heartbroken Chen Fan would be. Miss, we've arrived. At the driver's reminder, Liu Ru Yan was pulled back to reality. Then she turned her head to look at me and ordered, carry me upstairs. All right? Who told me to take their money? Besides, I've carried her many times over the past 3 years. This one more time doesn't matter. So, I bent down and lifted Liu Ru Yan. After placing her in the wheelchair on the 2nd floor, I breathed a sigh of relief. Ru Yan, you get some rest. I'll be leaving now. Since I've brought Liu Ru Yan back, I don't need to stay here anymore. But at that moment, Liu Ru Yan behind me suddenly darkened her face. Still want to go out and find her. I just feel it's not appropriate to stay here any longer. Faced with this remark, although I didn't quite understand, I still patiently explained. Hearing this, her tone left no room for doubt. There's nothing inappropriate about it. You stay here. Before Chen Yu returns, you're not allowed to go anywhere. After saying that, without waiting for my refusal, she turned her wheelchair and went into the bedroom. Seeing this, I let out a bitter laugh and shook my head helplessly. Before the contract expires, I still have to listen to Liu Ru Yan. Otherwise, it's a breach of contract and there will be a price to pay. Early the next morning, Liu Ru Yan opened her eyes and spoke naturally. Chen Fan, go get me a glass of water. Seeing no one answered, Liu Ru Yan's brows furrowed slightly. Chen Fan, she called again, but there was still no reply. This time, a flicker of panic appeared in Liu Ru Yan's eyes, but just as she was about to call me, the bedroom door opened, only to see Dai Wang carefully, standing outside the door, looking at Liu Ru Yan. She probably heard the noise, and came upstairs to check. Miss, what's wrong? Dai Wang, where is Chen Fan? Mr. Chen went out early. You didn't know? Dai Wang had a surprised look on her face. Hearing this, Liu Ru Yan's expression turned cold once more. The first thought in her mind was, he definitely went to find that woman again. Miss, should I call Mr. Chen? Seeing that Liu Ru Yan's expression was a bit off, Di Wang asked cautiously. Dai Wang, I am back. Liu Ru Yan, was just about to speak when she heard my voice calling from downstairs. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan's eyebrows relaxed a little, and Di Wang very perceptively went downstairs to greet me. Soon, I was seen holding a folder and coming to Liu Ruyan's bedroom. Ruyan, what's wrong? Di Wang just told me everything. But regarding my words, Liu Ruyan didn't answer. She just stared at me questioningly. Where did you go? I went out for a bit. As I said that, I didn't forget to wave the folder in my hand. What's this? Looking at the thing in my hand, Liu Ruyan was curious. Hearing that, I chuckled and explained. This is the divorce agreement. The assets in it have already been divided. See if there's anything missing. As I spoke, I placed the divorce agreement next to Liu Ruyan's bed. I came here with nothing, so, of course I won't take anything when I leave. So I am leaving with nothing. If you think it's okay, let's sign it right now. Liu Ruyan let out a cold laugh, her tone sarcastic. Chen Fan, are you that eager to divorce me? So you can go find your little lover. As for the divorce agreement I gave her, she didn't even bother to glance at it. Tu Yan, isn't this what we agreed on before? When Chen Yu returns, we divorce. I think we should do it a little earlier. When he gets back, you two can register your marriage sooner. I was a little helpless. I don't understand why Liu Ruyan was the one who wanted a divorce before, but now she's showing this attitude. Hearing my words, Liu Ruyan's expression was a bit stunned. That's right. Wasn't I the one who proposed the divorce? Now why am I saying these things to Chen Fan? Could it be that I've fallen for Chen Fan? No way. Absolutely not. The person I liked from the beginning to the end is only Chen Yu. Thinking of this, Liu Ruyan returned to her previous cold demeanor. Fine, we can sign the divorce papers first, but you must keep your promise to stay here with me until Chen Yu returns. As for the divorce certificate, it won't be too late to get it when Chen Yu returns. Okay. Seeing Liu Ruyan agree, I nodded in agreement, but I always felt something was strange. It was as if the divorce agreement was something I forced her to sign very quickly. Liu Ruyan signed her name on the divorce agreement, but when she actually finished signing, she felt a little empty inside, as if something particularly important had moved a little further away from her. My turn. After signing, Liu Ruyan handed the divorce agreement back to me. There was a strange emotion in her eyes, as if she wanted to see when the actual divorce day came, what my reaction would be, but the result would definitely disappoint her. I was seen signing without any hesitation, my name next to Liu Ruyan's, with no sign of pain or sadness in my eyes. On the contrary, there was a hint of relief. Is this guy really this eager to divorce me? Watching me carefully put away the divorce agreement, Liu Ruyan thought to herself, I am going to cook now. What do you want to eat this morning? Unlike before, today, between my eyebrows, there was a bit more of a genuine smile. It was clear that I was genuinely happy. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan felt even more uncomfortable. Whatever. As for this, I only hesitated for a moment before walking out of the bedroom. It was clear. Liu Ruyan was probably angry. If it were before, I would have definitely approached her with concern. Even bringing the meal to her bedroom after cooking, feeding her wouldn't have been out of the question. But now that the two of them were about to divorce, I didn't need to do that anymore. With a click, the bedroom door was gently closed. Sensing I had left, Liu Ruyan turned over in frustration. She had also noticed a change in Chen Fan, but right now, she really had no reason to blame me. After all, the contract from that year stated very clearly, Chen Fan was only responsible for taking care of my daily needs. It didn't say he had to cook for me or comfort me. For the past 3 years, he continuously made all sorts of delicious food for me, and often had to endure my hot temper. He had already done his utmost. Even so, she still felt a little annoyed in her heart. Why is that? Just then, Chen Yu's call suddenly came through. Liu Ruyan's face, which was as cold as ice just a moment ago, immediately changed to a gentle expression. What's up, Chen Yu? From the other end of the line came a very charming voice. Ruyan, I am coming back the day after tomorrow. Can you come pick me up then? Hearing this, Liu Ruyan was stunned for a moment, then smiled lightly. Okay, actually. Even if Chen Yu hadn't asked, she would have gone to pick him up. It's just that hearing these words from Chen Yu's mouth always felt a little strange. He clearly knew it was inconvenient for her to move around, but he still asked her to pick him up. If it were Chen Fan, unconsciously, Liu Ruyan thought of me once again. Over the past 3 years, I had flown all over the place more than once, just to find folk remedies for her leg injury. Over time, even Liu Ruyan started to feel a little embarrassed. After all, this wasn't my responsibility. So when I got on a plane to return once again, Liu Ruyan offered to pick me up, but I tactfully refused. I said that she needed to rest now, and couldn't move around casually. In the end, I carried my luggage by myself and took a taxi back. Liu Ruyan, are you listening? Chen Yu's questioning voice came from the other side of the phone again. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan snapped back to her senses. I am here. Ruyan, I've thought it through. When I get back, we'll have a grand wedding. Tell my father-in-law to invite all the big shots with influence. That scene. Tisk tisk. Oh. Right. When the time comes, it'll come to your company to help you with work. I believe that as long as we work together as husband and wife, we can definitely make the Liu Corporation flourish. Just as Chen Yu was rambling on, an untimely voice suddenly sounded. At this moment, I was standing outside the bedroom wearing an apron, and said carefully, Ruyan, it's time to eat. Halfway through my sentence, I seemed to suddenly realize something, and hurriedly closed the door and went out, as if afraid that leaving too late would disturb Liu Ruyan and Chen Yu. Seeing this, the corners of Liu Ruyan's mouth curved into a smile. Although my actions were gentle, in Liu Ruyan's eyes, it looked like I was running for my life. As expected, Chen Fan is still jealous of Chen Yu. Otherwise, how could his attitude towards me change so quickly? Liu Ruyan thought to herself. For some reason, seeing my jealous appearance, Liu Ruyan felt even happier inside. The angry look on her face from before was gone, replaced by a smug expression. Ruyan, has that Chen Fan not left yet? Just as Liu Ruyan was lost in thought, Chen Yu on the other side of the phone suddenly said in a low voice. It seemed he might have heard my voice. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan paused for a moment, then smiled lightly. Yeah, I am in the process of divorcing him. Ruyan, you should divorce him quickly. I don't want to see him, Chen Yu said, commandingly. Chen Yu, you know that a divorce is very complicated for someone of my status. We've waited for so many years. What's a few more days? Liu Ruyan really disliked the feeling of being ordered around. Sorry, Ruyan, I was too impatient. But just thinking about him being by your side every day, I feel uneasy. I really hate myself. I hate that I didn't stay by your side back then. That way, for the past 3 years, the person by your side, taking care of you, would have been me. Seeing Liu Ruyan was a little angry, Chen Yu sounded a bit aggrieved. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan's heart immediately softened. She gently comforted him. Chen Yu, I didn't mean it that way. Don't worry, he'll divorce him quickly. After receiving Liu Ruyan's assurance, Chen Yu was in a very good mood. The two exchanged a few more simple words and then hung up. Chen Fan, carry me to the table to eat. At the dining table, just as Liu Ruyan was about to eat, she was interrupted by a sudden voice. It smells so good. Looking up, Liu Ruyan's best friend, the young lady of the Lai family, Li Xia, was repeatedly sniffing the aroma in the house. Towards her, I still felt a bit grateful. After all, for all these years, she has helped me a lot. Li Xia slowly walked closer and playfully patted my shoulder. Hey, you boring guy. Didn't you see me? I saw you. Sister Xia, why don't you sit down and eat with us? I let out a small laugh, long accustomed to Li Xia's teasing. So delicious. Wow, Chen Fan, is this a new dish you learned? It's so delicious. The dining table was quickly filled with Li Xia's cheerful chatter. Indeed, although I haven't improved in other things over the years, in order to take better care of Liu Ruyan, I learned how to cook well. After a satisfying meal, I let out a small laugh and got up to wash the dishes in the kitchen. Seeing this, Li Xia pouted and then pushed Liu Ruyan into the bedroom to talk privately. Sister Ruyan, how are things between you and Chen Fan? I heard Chen Yu is coming back soon. What are you going to do? I've already signed the divorce papers with him. Once Chen Yu is back, well, go register our marriage, Liu Ruyan said, sounding a bit dazed. But Li Xia couldn't believe it when she heard. What? Ruyan? Are you crazy? Divorcing Chen Fan for that scum? What are you thinking? Xia, you don't understand the feelings between me and Chen Yu. Liu Ruyan shook her head, as if reminiscing. Chen Yu and I met in high school. Back then, his family wasn't well off, but he refused to bow to fate, studying hard and taking extra classes every day, working part-time to help his family. In his free time, he even helped classmates who were in difficult situations. It was his unwillingness to give up and his kindness that moved me. So, I confessed to him in the 11th grade. We've been in love since high school, for a total of 8 years now. Xia, do you think this 8-year relationship can just be let go of? Liu Ruyan looked at Li Xia with a serious expression. But you also said that was only in the past. When you were hospitalized after the car accident, Chen Yu abandoned you and went abroad alone. Your relationship changed then. Wake up, Ruyan. He's only after your money. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan let out a small laugh, her expression firm. He went abroad to earn money so that he could stand by my side better in the future. Alright, even if he went abroad to earn money, but you know how chaotic it is abroad. It's not like you don't know. Can he really stay true? He won't stray. I trust his character. He would never do something like that. Faced with Liu Ruyan's resolute attitude, Li Xia felt a sense of disappointment in her for not seeing the truth. Even an outsider like her could see that. Chen Yu only had ulterior motives for her, but her own best friend was completely oblivious. Alright, Xia, I know what I am doing. On the contrary, you're not young anymore. Are you really not planning to find a boyfriend? Liu Ruyan looked at the slightly annoyed Li Xia and teased her. Hearing this, Li Xia was about to open her mouth when she suddenly thought of something and mysteriously whispered in Liu Ruyan's ear. Ruyan, you said you're about to divorce Chen Fan. Yeah, what about it? Liu Ruyan looked at Li Xia with some confusion. Then give Chen Fan to me. I quite like Chen Fan too. It wouldn't be bad to have him as my boyfriend. Li Xia blinked her big, lively eyes, her face full of seriousness. Alright, stop joking around. Regarding Li Xia's words, Liu Ruyan didn't take them seriously. After all, she often teased Chen Fan like this. I was being serious. Li Xia muttered a sentence, her fair face unconsciously blushing. Ruyan, Sister Xia, have some fruit. Just as the two were talking, I walked in with a plate of cut fruit. Seeing this, Li Xia just stared at me. Before, she felt that although Chen Fan had an ordinary appearance, he had an otherworldly temperament. But for some reason, after knowing Liu Ruyan was about to divorce me, this feeling became even stronger. For a moment, her heart fluttered, until I put down the fruit plate and left the bedroom. Li Xia leaned close to Liu Ruyan again. Ruyan, I was serious just now. If you really plan to divorce Chen Fan, I am going to pursue him. Go ahead and pursue him. I am not stopping you. Liu Ruyan said absent-mindedly while chewing on a piece of mango. I said absent-mindedly while chewing on a piece of mango. She just thought Li Xia was joking. Hearing this, Li Xia's eyes immediately lit up. At the same time, she was secretly scheming in her heart. Liu Ruyan doesn't like others touching her things, so cleaning the second floor was always my responsibility. Just then, the phone rang. Hui, are you busy, senior? After answering the call, a sweet voice came from the other side. My junior, Hui Lei, and I both studied in the vocal music department, but she debuted very early. When I was still a bar singer, she was already a singer with some fame in the music industry. 2 years ago, she was highly valued by her company, which gave her the opportunity to study abroad. It could be said that her future is limitless. Just finished eating. What's up, Hui Lei? I smiled gently, my tone also extremely soft. Hui Lei on the other side of the phone paused for a moment. Senior, I am coming back the day after tomorrow. Can you come to the airport to pick me up then? Okay, he'll definitely be there then. I hesitated for a moment, but finally agreed. After all, for so many years, Hui Lei has always kept in touch with me, and often helped me. The year the Chen family went bankrupt, Hui Lei even asked her parents for money, trying to help me through the difficult times. Although I didn't accept her help in the end, I still hold this debt of gratitude in my heart. Besides, Chen Yu is coming back the day after tomorrow, so I won't have anything to do then, anyway. At most, they'll just have to tell Liu Ruyan that I am leaving a few hours early. The two chatted for a few more sentences, then quickly hung up. Huh, where's Chen Fan? At this moment, Li Xia's voice echoed in the hallway. Seeing this, I quickly put my phone away and went out. What's up, Sister Xia? Oh, I am leaving. Oh, Sister Xia, take care on your way out. Don't you have anything else to say to me? Li Xia rolled her eyes and said unhappily, No, nothing. Forget it, this boring guy. Li Xia left in a huff, but after just a few steps, she turned back. Oh, right, go shopping with me tomorrow. Sorry, Sister Xia, I still have to take care of Ruyan tomorrow, so I reluctantly shook my head. Hearing this, Li Xia had no choice but to shift her gaze to Liu Ruyan. Ruyan, can I borrow Chen Fan for a bit tomorrow? Up to you. Liu Ruyan, with a book in her hand, didn't even lift her eyelids. Did you hear that? Li Xia's face was full of pride. Then I'll come pick you up tomorrow morning. After Li Xia left, I took a deep breath and carefully walked over to Liu Ruyan's side. Ruyan, can our contract end 2 hours early? I have something to do the day after tomorrow. You also have to go pick up Chen Yu, right? Okay. Liu Ruyan averted her gaze and went back to reading her book. It's just that the corners of her mouth curved into a barely perceptible smile. To see, he really is still jealous of Chen Yu. Knowing that Chen Yu is coming back soon, he's going out to hide in advance so he won't look too pathetic. But it's not a solution to just let this continue. With his infatuation for me, on the day I marry Chen Yu in the future, he might cause a scene at the wedding. Even worse, he might use death as a threat to stop me from marrying Chen Yu. Thinking of this, Liu Ruyan couldn't help but feel a headache coming on. Maybe I should introduce him to a girlfriend after the divorce. That way he won't cling to me anymore. Liu Ruyan's eyes lit up. But where can I find a suitable girlfriend for him? You boring guy, you're actually quite handsome. The next day, seeing me already changed, Li Xia couldn't help but compliment me. Even Liu Ruyan, who was reading a book nearby, couldn't help but look up. Sister Xia, let's go. Regarding Li Xia's compliment, I let out a small laugh. This smile was even more striking. Combined with the sunlight streaming through the window onto his face, it was as if the male lead had stepped out of a book. It made Li Xia stare blankly for a moment, and her face unconsciously grew a little hot. Sister Xia, seeing Li Xia silent, I waved my hand in front of her eyes. Hey, let's go. After saying that, Li Xia took my hand and prepared to leave. Wait, how long are you two going to be out? Seeing the two of them about to leave, Liu Ruyan, from behind, suddenly blurted out a sentence. Well, that depends on our mood. Of course, Li Xia smiled playfully. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan casually glanced at me. Remember to come back early to cook for me. Seeing this, Li Xia pouted as she walked away to show her dissatisfaction. Looks like I was really overthinking it. How could Xia really like Chen Fan? After Chen Fan and she left, Liu Ruyan said to herself. Just now, when she saw Li Xia show that shy expression, she almost thought Li Xia really liked Chen Fan, which made her heart skip a beat. She also felt a bit suffocated inside, but she quickly dismissed this thought. Li Xia is her best friend. How could she like a man who was once married to her? But what's wrong with me? Why am I worried that Li Xia might like Chen Fan? Li Xia took me to a men's clothing store. You sit here for a bit, go pick out some clothes. Just as I was sitting on the sofa, bored and playing with my phone, I heard a familiar voice. Chen Fan, why are you here? Yue Dao was standing in front of me at some point. Seeing this, I immediately stood up and pointed towards Li Xia. I am shopping with a friend. Which friend? Yue Dao stood on her tiptoes, but couldn't see anything. Sister Yu Dao, what are you doing here? I didn't explain much about Li Xia. Hearing this, Yu Dao seemed to remember something, her cheeks slightly blushing. Didn't our dinner last time fall through? So I wanted to buy you a set of clothes. There's no need, Sister Yue Dao. I was the one who left halfway through. It's quite embarrassing to say. For the past 3 years, Yue Dao has really helped me a lot, especially during the time I was injured, because there was no one by my side. It was always Yu Dao who helped me run errands, but I never had the time to thank her properly. It's okay. Just consider it a gift from me. Yue Dao looked at me and smiled. You boring guy. Hurry up and try on these clothes. I was just about to speak when I saw Li Xia waving at me. Seeing that the speaker was a woman, the smile on Yu Dao's face immediately vanished. And coincidentally, at this moment, Li Xia also saw Yu Dao and quickly walked in this direction. Boring guy. Who is she? Hearing this, I smiled and explained. Her name is Yue Dao. She's a close friend of mine. After speaking, I didn't forget to point at Li Xia next to me. Sister Yu Dao, this is Li Xia, also a close friend of mine. Oh, is that so? So, have you two finished talking? If you're done, come try on the clothes. Li Xia looked at me with a bright smile. Sister Xia, why are you asking me to try on clothes? Silly. Of course I am buying them for you. Seeing this, Yu Dao's expression darkened a shade. She felt as if that sentence was intentionally said for her to hear. I still wanted to refuse, but Li Xia pushed me into the fitting room. Li Xia's eyes were full of hostility as she looked at Yue Dao. What's your relationship with him? What's it to you? Yue Dao was very casual. Hearing this, Li Xia was so angry her chest heaved. He's a married man. So what? An unhappy marriage is best ended soon. Yue Dao didn't spare Li Xia a glance and just went browsing on her own, and she always kept her distance not far from the fitting room. Seeing this, Li Xia stomped her foot in anger. Then, as if she thought of something, she took out her phone and secretly took a picture of Yue Dao and sent it to Liu Ruin. Are you Yan? The woman you were talking about, is it her? Just then, I also finished changing and walked out. I have to admit, Li Xia's sense of style isn't bad at all. If the outfit I just wore made me a gentle and refined male protagonist from a novel, then this outfit makes me a true domineering CEO. The black suit looked very good on me. Chen Fan, you're so handsome. Li Xia moved closer, staring without blinking. Seeing this, Yue Yao, who was beside her, shot her a glance. Her eyes clearly held a hint of jealousy. It's because Xia has good taste. I scratched my head, a little embarrassed. At that moment, Liu Ruyan called me. Ruyan. What's wrong? Come home. Liu Ruyan's voice was very cold. Why? Why? There's no why. Come home immediately. After saying that, without giving me a chance to refuse, she hung up. I reluctantly recounted roughly the situation to Li Xia. If I'd known, I wouldn't have told Ruyan. Li Xia lowered her head and mumbled. It must be because Liu Ruyan saw the photo I sent that she's rushing Chen Fan to come back like this. After all, Liu Ruyan had told me that this woman was no good, so she didn't want Chen Fan to be in contact with her. Wait, at this moment, Yue Yao handed me the clothes that were neatly packaged. You can't refuse. Just consider it a gift from me. Seeing this, Li Xia next to her gritted her teeth in anger, but in the end, she could only frustratedly take me away. 20 minutes later, I got out of the car and ran towards the villa. Xia, I'll go ahead. I'll go shopping with you next time I have a chance. Seeing this, Li Xia sighed helplessly. Then she started the car and left. Ruyan, did you need me for something? Upstairs. I panted as I looked at Liu Ruyan. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan coldly glanced at the bag in my hand. What are you carrying? You mean these things? These are the clothes Xia and Wei Yo bought for me. I casually lifted the bag in my hand. After hearing that, Liu Ruyan's expression turned even colder. What's wrong, Ruyan? Are you not feeling well somewhere? I looked at Liu Ruyan scrutinizingly, whose emotions seemed unstable. Hearing that, Liu Ruyan shot me a glance. From now until the contract ends, you are not allowed to go anywhere. Just stay home and take care of me. All right. I nodded. There's no other way. Who told me to take Liu Ruyan's money? Besides, there's only 1 day left on the contract. Idle passed quickly. The sound of the door closing rang out, completely ending their conversation. Liu Ruyan returned to her bedroom and didn't come out again. The next day, Liu Ruyan nervously looked at herself in front of the vanity. One moment she was fixing her collar, the next, she was adjusting her hair, but she still wasn't satisfied with her outfit. She and Chen Yu had been apart for 3 years now. Of course, she had to dress up beautifully to pick up Chen Yu to show him her best side. At this moment, with a bitter expression, I looked at the gorgeously made-up Liu Ruyan. I have to admit, after putting on makeup, Liu Ruyan was truly beautiful, and as for Liu Ruyan and Chen Yu, I was also willing to sincerely bless them. After all, for the past 3 years, I had witnessed Liu Ruyan's feelings for Chen Yu with my own eyes, although over the past 3 years, I had developed some feelings for Liu Ruyan, but at this moment, I was willing to give them a sincere blessing. For no other reason, just to help this ill-fated couple get together. After all, for all these years, I have also been searching for my own true love. What are you doing standing there? Liu Ruyan couldn't help but frown through the mirror. Hearing that, I let out a soft chuckle, my expression serious. Ruyan, you look beautiful today. This was the truth, and also my heartfelt words. But after hearing it, Liu Ruyan was slightly stunned. Then, as if she thought of something, she reverted to her cold demeanor. Chen Fan, Chen Yu is back. I hope you'll be more mindful of what you say. We should keep our distance from now on. I am afraid Chen Yu will misunderstand if he hears. Okay. I gave a bitter laugh, and finally nodded. Hearing that, Liu Ruyan shot me a quick glance, then turned her wheelchair to go downstairs. Seeing this, I walked up behind Liu Ruyan, preparing to take her downstairs one last time. But just as I reached out my hands, I was cut off by Liu Ruyan's cold voice. There's no need. Go do your own thing. Remember not to follow me. Until she left the villa, she didn't look back at me once. Seeing that Liu Ruyan had left, I immediately packed up all my belongings in the villa, packed them, and sent them to a hotel. I went out to catch a taxi to the airport to pick up Hui Lai. This time, I wanted to ask Hui Lai for a favor. After thinking for a long time, I decided to make my debut. My education and major were completely qualified to enter the music industry. I just needed someone to guide me. After all, this field is a mixed bag, with all sorts of unwritten rules. But Hui Li is a reputable person in the music scene, so getting me into the music scene wouldn't be difficult for her. Therefore, I agreed to pick up Hui Lai, with the slight intention of using her. But I had no other choice at this moment. To find Chu Yu Yu, I could only choose to enter the music scene, because only by becoming famous would there be a chance for Chu Yu Yu to see me. If after all these years, I still couldn't find Chu Yu Yu, then I would stand on the mountaintop, stand in the most dazzling place, and wait for Chu Yu Yu to find me. Very quickly, I arrived at the airport and quickly saw Liu Ruyan. After all, in the entire airport, the most conspicuous person was Liu Ruyan. From a distance, she was surrounded by roses. On the other side, her best friend Li Shiye was also there. Behind her were 2 rows of bodyguards. This grand welcome could be said to have given Chen Yu enough face. The next second, a crowd of people walked out of the airport exit. Among them, the most prominent was the man, wearing black sunglasses walking in the middle. He was holding a bouquet of roses in his arms, with a calm smile on his lips, giving off a handsome and unrestrained feeling. At the same time, Li Ruyan stared at Chen Yu with teary eyes, as if wanting to pour out all her years of longing. Very quickly, Chen Yu arrived in front of Liu Ruyan. He took off his sunglasses, leisurely smelling the roses in his hand, and only then did a slight smile appear. Ruyan, long time no see. Did you miss me? Hearing this, Li Xia beside him shot him a glance, her eyes filled with undisguised disgust. This demeanor of Chen Yu's didn't seem like the joy of reuniting after a long separation. It was more like he was striking up a conversation with a beautiful girl on the street. Liu Ruyan's expression was also a bit stunned, feeling that the scene of their reunion was a little different from what she had imagined, but she didn't think much of it and returned a smile. I missed you so much. I missed you day and night. Are you Yan? I miss you so much too. From the first day I left you, I've painfully missed you for 3 years. At first, I left without a word, which made you worry. But luckily, I am back now. From now on, I'll be by your side, taking care of you, and loving you. With that, Chen Yu took a box out of his pocket, opened it, and inside was a diamond ring. He immediately got down on one knee, looking at Liu Ruyan with a confident expression. Ruyan, I have waited 3 years for this moment, so, marry me. I will make you the happiest woman in the world. Are you willing to give me this chance? Hearing this, Liu Ruyan's eyes reddened, her face filled with joy. The surrounding crowd also looked at the two with admiring gazes. Marry him, marry him. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan was just about to open her mouth to agree, but she accidentally saw me standing in the crowd. At this moment, my eyes were fixed on the exit, as if I were waiting for someone. Liu Ruyan's face, which was just moments ago filled with joy, suddenly turned cold. Seemingly forgetting Chen Yu's existence, she turned her wheelchair and headed towards me. And Chen Yu, who had also investigated me, his expression gradually darkened. He followed Liu Ruyan. Chen Fan, why are you here? Didn't I tell you not to follow me? Liu Ruyan frowned, her tone cold. Hearing that, I looked blankly at Liu Ruyan and Chen Yu, then smiled and explained after understanding the situation. I came to pick up a friend. I am not following you. HMH. Chen Fan, stop making excuses. For the past 3 years, I know everything about you like the back of my hand. You don't have that many friends, especially one coming back from abroad. Who are you kidding? Liu Ruyan sneered coldly. Actually, she wasn't angry that Chen Fan had followed her to the airport. On the contrary, she was secretly a little happy. It was just that Chen Fan's clumsy excuse really made her feel embarrassed. If Chen Fan had frankly admitted that he couldn't let her go and that's why he followed her to the airport, maybe she would have seen him in a different light. But Chen Fan kept putting on this facade of calmness. That's why she felt a little angry. That's not it, Ruyan. I really came to pick up a friend. Seeing that Liu Ruyan didn't believe me, I looked helpless. But before Liu Ruyan could speak, Chen Yu, who was beside her, comfortingly patted Liu Ruyan's shoulder. It's okay, Ruyan. Maybe Chen Fan really is here to pick up a friend, don't give him a hard time. Then he looked at me with a smirk. Hello, I am Chen Yu, the one whom Ruyan has been longing for day and night. Coincidentally, I plan to propose to Ruyan today. Why don't you stay here and be a witness for us? Hearing that, I frowned, sensing the provocation in Chen Yu's words. No, thanks. I have things to do. You two can continue. I didn't want to get involved in this, so I refused and turned to leave. Chen Yu stepped forward and grabbed my arm. Don't go. How can my proposal be without you as a witness? Wouldn't that be too imperfect? Seeing this, Li Shiye from behind couldn't watch anymore. She already didn't have a good impression of Chen Yu, and now she saw him giving me a hard time. She snatched Chen Yu's hand away. Chen Yu, that's enough. You clearly know Chen Fan and Ru Yan's current status, yet you're still making him be a witness. Isn't this just deliberately trying to disgust him? Hearing this, Chen Yu's expression also turned ugly. Having lost face in front of the crowd, he naturally had to retaliate. Just as he was about to say something, he was interrupted by Liu Ruyan. That's enough. Chen Fan, I've already told you very clearly. In my heart, there is only Chen Yu. Although you've treated me very well for the past 3 years, that isn't love. It's just a transaction between us. I am very grateful to you, but that's not a reason for you to guilt-trip me. So don't come and bother me anymore. In my heart, there is only Yu. Liu Ruyan looked at Chen Fan, her tone firm. Chen Yu beside me looked at me with a provocative gaze, like a victor, making me feel a bit helpless. I was about to open my mouth to explain. Brother Chen, I am here. Come help me. It's so heavy. At this moment, from the exit, a woman had appeared at some point. Because she was so beautiful, the surrounding crowd couldn't help but fix their gazes on her. Some people even recognized her identity and rushed up to ask for an autograph. And after seeing this woman, Chen Yu subconsciously lowered his head as if deliberately avoiding something. Hearing her, I gave Liu Ruyan an apologetic smile, then walked straight towards Hui Lei. I very naturally took the suitcase from her hand. Then thank you, Brother Chen. Hui Lei smiled mischievously. From a distance, Liu Ruyan watched the two of them standing together, talking and laughing, and for some reason, a spark of anger rose in her heart. After a moment of thought, she turned her wheelchair and quickly came to my side. She looked at Hui Li with some vigilance. Chen Fan, who is she? Ruyan, let me introduce you. This is Hui Li, a junior I knew from college. Then I didn't forget to introduce her to Hui Li. Li, her name is Liu Ruyan. She is my friend. When Liu Ruyan heard the word friend, her expression froze on the spot. Although my marriage with Chen Fan is contractual, we are still a legally married couple with a certificate. Even though we're about to divorce, we're not divorced yet. How did I become Chen Fan's friend? Could it be that Chen Fan is pursuing Hui Li? So he's trying to hide the fact that he's married? No way. She absolutely cannot let Chen Fan go around deceiving people, especially girls who look like they've just entered society. Thinking of this, Liu Ruyan sneered. Chen Fan, is that how you introduce me to others? Huh? Top Ruyan, what are you? I looked at Liu Ruyan with a slightly doubtful gaze, but the next second, Hui Li stood in front of me and said with a smile, Miss, how would you like Brother Chen to introduce you? She could naturally see that Liu Ruyan didn't come with good intentions. Hearing that, Liu Ruyan laughed out of anger. We are a legally married couple. Shouldn't he call me his wife in front of others? What? Hui Li looked at Liu Ruyan with a face of disbelief, then turned her head back to ask me probingly, Brother Chen, is what she said true? Are you really married? I hesitated for a moment, but finally nodded. Seeing that, Hui Li's eyes immediately darkened. This small action was caught by Liu Ruyan, and it further confirmed the suspicion in her heart. The two of them are definitely up to something. Ruyan, Hui Li and I have something to do, so we'll be leaving first. I met Liu Ruyan's gaze, my tone calm. Hearing that, Liu Ruyan's gaze darkened, and her voice couldn't help but be tinged with anger. Chen Fan, your wife is here, and now you want to leave with another woman. Do you think that's appropriate? Ruyan, our contract ends today. Besides, Chen Yu is still here. Don't embarrass him. Facing Liu Ruyan's words, I reminded her in a low voice. Hearing that, Liu Ruyan finally understood. She looked around and noticed the onlookers were now pointing at Chen Yu. So he's the other man. I thought it was some sweet love story. Seriously, I can't believe I was just cheering for him. Looking again, Chen Yu's face had turned pale. He gritted his teeth and yelled at the crowd. What nonsense are you spouting? I am the rightful one. If I hadn't gone abroad 3 years ago, how could Chen Fan have gotten Ruyan? Now that I am back, shouldn't he make way? Hearing this, the contempt on everyone's faces deepened. Seeing the situation was getting out of control, Liu Ruyan said to Chen Yu in a low voice, Alright, why are you saying all this? Ruyan, am I wrong? That Chen Fan is just a scoundrel who stole what was mine. Chen Yu. That's enough. Haven't you embarrassed yourself enough? Liu Ruyan didn't understand. After not seeing him for only 3 years, why had Chen Yu become so detestable? She remembered Chen Yu wasn't like this before. Someone who would bear grievances on his own. How could he be jealous of Chen Fan? Ruyan, I am sorry. I was just too rash just now. So as Chen Yu regained his composure, he hurriedly explained, Right now, The matter of Liu Ruyan and Chen Fan's contract divorce cannot be known by others. He was also just angry for a moment and didn't think about these things at all. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan took a deep breath to suppress her anger. No matter how outrageous Chen Yu was, she couldn't bring herself to blame him. So, she suppressed her anger and turned her head to look for me. But she discovered that at some point, I had already taken Hui Lai and left the airport. Her expression completely turned cold at this moment. The noise around her made her even more irritated. Finally, she waved at the bodyguards, turned her wheelchair, and left the airport, seemingly forgetting about Chen Yu behind her. Seeing this, Li Xia shot Chen Yu a disgusted look and followed. Chen Fan, it's all your fault. You're clearly about to get divorced. Why are you still clinging to Ru Yan? Chen Yu gritted his teeth in anger. Then he quickly thought of something. His face darkened as he followed Liu Ru Yan's group. In the villa, Hui Li smiled and placed a glass of water on the coffee table. Brother Chen, have some water. Hearing that, I took the water, hesitated for a moment, and only then did I speak up. A little embarrassed. Hui Li, please sit down first. I want to tell you something. What is it? Senior Chen. Hui Li sat down next to me, with a questioning look on her face. It's like this. I want to enter the music industry, so could you possibly trouble you to help me a little? At that moment, I wished I could find a hole to crawl into, but thinking about how I had to find Chu Yu Yu quickly, this was the only way. But what's a little pride when it comes to Chu Yu Yu? Hearing this, Hui Li burst out laughing. Her tone was relaxed. Senior Chen, it's just this little thing. Do you need to be so nervous? I can't guarantee for others, but if you want to enter the music industry, then it's actually too easy. Really. My professional ability and singing skills are both excellent. It's no exaggeration to say, if Hui Li and I had entered the music industry at the same time back then, my current achievements would far surpass Hui Li's. It's just a pity that my situation back then didn't allow me to enter the music industry. Then thank you. Hui Li? Hearing this, Hui Li's cheeks flushed slightly. She said softly, it's nothing. I am more than willing. Huh? What? I looked at her with a questioning expression. It's nothing. I mean, I've helped you with such a big thing. Aren't you going to treat me to a meal? Hui Li pretended to be calm and smiled. Oh, right. Look at my memory. So, what do you want to eat? Let's have Western food. Elsewhere, Chen Yu had caught up with Liu Ruyan. He half knelt in front of Liu Ruyan, with a wronged expression on his face. Are you Yan? I am sorry. I really didn't mean to say those things just now. I just didn't want those people to think you belong to Chen Fan. I want you to belong only to me. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan sighed and stroked Chen Yu's head. Chen Yu, I don't mean to blame you. It's just that right now, we can't let others know that Chen Fan and I have a contract marriage. Otherwise, it will cause us unnecessary trouble. I hope you can understand. Ru Yan, I knew you wouldn't blame me. Don't worry, I won't be so impulsive in the future. Chen Yu leaned down and hugged Liu Ruyan, his tone excited. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan frowned and habitually wanted to push Chen Yu away. For so many years, she had really gotten used to Chen Fan, to the point that she even felt resistant to Chen Yu's touch. But after composing herself, the hand she raised only gently patted his back. As for Li Xia, who saw this scene, she looked like she wanted to say something but held back. But in the end, she just glanced at Chen Yu and turned her head away, disgust clear in her eyes. All right, Chen Yu, you just got off the plane. You probably haven't eaten. Right. I know a newly opened Western restaurant. Let's go get something to eat first. Liu Ruyan quietly pushed Chen Yu away. Xia, do you want to eat with us? Liu Ruyan tilted her head and asked, Li Shi. I am not going. I lose my appetite just looking at someone. After saying that, Li Xia angrily walked away. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan shook her head helplessly. Chen Yu, don't be angry. Xia's personality is just like that. It'll be fine once you two get to know each other better. Don't worry. W Yan, I won't hold it against her. It's just that Chen Yu's expression had turned a bit ugly. At the same time, Hui Li and I had arrived at the Western restaurant. Hui Li, how do I get into the music industry? Hearing this, Hui Li put down her knife and fork and explained patiently, with your talent, it's suitable to go for an audition. Not only do you have to let the fans see your skills, but you also have to get the judges to acknowledge you. That way, your future music career will be incredibly smooth. Of course, I am one of the judges, so you don't have to worry about passing my stage. Besides, the other judges will definitely acknowledge you with your talent. Since Hui Li said so, I had nothing more to worry about. Participate in the audition program, then debut. Stand at the peak of the music industry and wait for Chu Yu Yu. A clear and firm path immediately formed in my mind. Hui Li, thank you. Looking at Hui Li's serious expression, Senior Chen, I've already told you, don't be so polite with me. Or do you see me as an outsider? Hui Li pouted with a little dissatisfaction. W. Yan, you're so thoughtful. Knowing I am not used to local food, you even specially chose a Western restaurant for me. Just then, a familiar voice suddenly reached my ears. Looking up, I saw Chen Yu pushing Liu Ruyan with a bright smile on his face, and Liu Ruyan was also showing a rare, gentle smile. Seeing this, I quickly lowered my head, as if afraid of being seen by Liu Ruyan. Today at the airport, there was already a misunderstanding. I don't want to be ridiculed by so many people in a restaurant. Senior Chen. What's wrong? Huila followed my gaze behind her, her expression visibly darkened. This scum woman. She's not even divorced yet, and she's already started seeing other men. Let's see if I go teach her a lesson. With that, Hui Li prepared to stand up. Seeing this, I quickly reached out to stop Hui Li. It's fine, Hui Li. It's better to have one less problem than one more. Besides, Ru Yan and I only have a contract marriage, and now we're about to get divorced. It's better not to bother with this matter. Hearing this, Hui Li pursed her lips and sat back down. Are you Yan? Let's sit over there. Over here. Chen Yu pointed to the spot behind Hui Li. Since I kept my head down, neither Liu Ru Yan nor Chen Yu noticed me. After Chen Yu pushed Liu Ru Yan to the table, he sat down in a chair by himself, completely ignoring that Liu Ru Yan was still in her wheelchair, only caring about looking at the menu. Forget about Hui Li and me, even the person ordering at the next table. The waiter couldn't stand to watch it anymore. Liu Ru Yan's frown deepened, but she didn't say anything. Sir, is your girlfriend sitting here? Hearing this, Chen Yu finally reacted. A flash of embarrassment crossed his face, but when he heard the waiter say girlfriend, a satisfied smile also flashed across his face. He immediately stood up in a hurry, but he carelessly bumped into Liu Ru Yan's wheelchair. The wheelchair tilted forward. Liu Ru Yan's legs unexpectedly hit the table leg, letting out a cry of pain. Sorry, Ru Yan. I am so stupid. Are you okay? Chen Yu looked at Liu Ru Yan in a fluster. Hearing this, Liu Ru Yan forced a smile, suppressing the pain. I am fine. Go ahead and order first. Okay, Ru Yan. I'll carry you to the dining chair first. It'll be a bit more comfortable to eat that way. With that, Chen Yu prepared to reach out and carry Liu Ru Yan. Seeing this, Liu Ru Yan's expression changed slightly, her tone firm. No need, Ru Yan. You, what's wrong? I already said. Eating here is the same. After saying that, Liu Yu Yan looked out the window. In the past, when Chen Fan took care of her, something like this never happened. He would gently carry me to the dining chair and then order my favorite dishes. For some reason, Liu Ru Yan thought of Chen Fan again. Seeing this, a trace of displeasure flashed across Chen Yu's face, but he didn't say anything more. Just as he was about to sit back down and order, he accidentally glanced at the next table. Chen Fan, why are you here too? Seeing this, I didn't need to hide anymore. I lifted my head and met Chen Yu's gaze, that resentful gaze. Hearing this, Liu Ru Yan, beside him, also looked at me with a stunned expression. Chen Fan, didn't I tell you not to follow me? Liu Ru Yan's angle couldn't see Hui Li. She thought I was following her. This big sister, are your eyes broken? Can't you see there's someone else here? Hui Li, being ignored, immediately stood up and retorted. Seeing this, Liu Ru Yan's expression visibly darkened. Chen Fan, you're really something. You just came back from the airport and you're already here on a date. Liu Ru Yan said sarcastically with a cold face. Hearing this, my brows furrowed. I didn't understand why Liu Ru Yan had so much resentment. Are you Yan? You've misunderstood. I want to enter the music industry. So I came to her for help. The music industry. You plan to be a singer? Yes, I nodded. Why? The path of a singer isn't that easy. Besides, you've neglected it for so many years. Are you sure that with your current singing skills, you can successfully enter the singing industry? Liu Ru Yan's words didn't hide her disparagement. What do you know? Real gold, no matter how many years it's buried, will one day shine. Besides, with me helping Senior Chen enter the music industry, what's impossible? I'm telling you. Absolutely do not look down on Senior Chen. With his talent, he will definitely shine in the music industry in the future. Hui Li retorted without holding back, giving me a bit more confidence. Hearing this, I shook my head and smiled wryly. The two's conversation could be said to have formed a sharp contrast. Liu Ru Yan had never taken me seriously from beginning to end, and I could even hear in her words the implication that I was overestimating myself. On the contrary, Hui Li supported me from the start, encouraging me. Are you Yan? I've thought it through. No matter how difficult this path is, I will keep going. And I must stand at the peak of the music industry to wait for a very important person. I faced Liu Ru Yan's gaze and said firmly, my face even showing a gentle smile. Seeing this, Liu Ru Yan was stunned, feeling even more uncomfortable inside, vaguely feeling that the important person I mentioned must be a woman, perhaps even the person in my heart. Thinking of this, Liu Ru Yan felt as if a heavy stone was pressing on her heart, making it hard for her to breathe. No, I don't agree. Liu Ru Yan's eyes were dark and unreadable. She blurted out. Hearing this, I was stunned for a moment. Ru Yan, what do you mean by this? I just want to become a singer. Why is Liu Ru Yan reacting so strongly? Chen Fan, I hope you can understand. You're past the age of daydreaming now. You should accept reality. Isn't it better to obediently find a job and earn some money? Besides, for an unimportant person, do you really want to waste your time on this pointless endeavor? As she spoke, there was a hint of tension in Liu Ru Yan's eyes, as she looked at me, as if she was probing, wanting to hear from my own mouth. whether this person was important or not. Hearing this, I shook my head and smiled wryly, my eyes filled with nostalgia. I said, that person is not unimportant. She used to be the one who loved listening to me sing the most. I also swore that one day I would stand in the brightest place to sing a song for her. Although she has been gone for many years, I believe she hasn't forgotten me. That's right, when I was young, I often imitated the singers on TV, singing for Chu Yu Yu, and Chu Yu Yu would sit below the stage, being the most loyal audience member. The two of us even made a promise that, after we grew up, I would stand on stage and perform a song for Chu Yu Yu. Unfortunately, time passed. That year, Chu Yu Yu left her hometown with her parents, and I, because of debt, couldn't fulfill my original dream. But now, I have to go fulfill the unfinished promise between us. What? Chen Fan actually still remembers these things. Liu Ruyan's gaze towards me became incredulous. Back when my legs weren't crippled, wasn't I the one who loved listening to him sing the most? Back then, whenever I was unhappy, I would go to the bar to listen to Chen Fan sing. Listening to his clear voice and melodious tunes always felt like a healing for the soul. Although the girl who always liked listening to him sing back then has been gone for many years, Liu Ruyan never expected that I still remembered. Not only that, Chen Fan, in order to win me back, even vowed to stand on stage and sing for me. But is it really worth it? I already have Chen Yu. There's no way I can like him. At this moment, Liu Ruyan's heart was in turmoil. The words she spoke were as cold as ice. Chen Fan, I advise you to stop wasting your efforts. Doing this will only make me dislike you more. Hearing this, I was bewildered. Just as I was about to ask for the reason, unexpectedly, Huila beside me spoke up first. That's enough. You scum woman. Senior Chen is pursuing his dream. What does it have to do with you? Alright, Hui Li, don't let so many people laugh at us. I gently pulled Hui Le's hand. Hearing this, Hui Li glared at Liu Ruyan and said nothing more. But when she turned back to meet my gaze, she subconsciously lowered her head, her cheeks flushing even redder. Maybe others don't know, but in college, I was also a loyal fan of my senior, often sitting below the stage at school performances, quietly listening to my senior sing. Back then, I had admired my senior for a long time. Just now, hearing my senior mention that it was for a very important person, I subconsciously thought of myself. Maybe my senior is really doing this for me. After all, Ruyan, don't be angry anymore. Chen Fan is pursuing his dream. We should support him, right? Besides, from what he said, that person must be very important to him. Right? Who knows? Maybe she's right in front of him. Isn't that right? Beautiful. Perhaps unwilling to be ignored. Chen Yu looked at Hui Le meaningfully. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan seemed to react as well, and her gaze followed to look at her. As for Hui Le, whose thoughts were guessed correctly, her pretty face was now slightly flushed. You don't talk nonsense, Hui Le said with a guilty look. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan had already guessed what was going on, and her expression couldn't help but darken. You like Chen Fan, and after hearing this, Hui Le secretly glanced at me, took a deep breath, and seemed to muster all her courage to say, so what if I do? Senior Chen is gentle and considerate. He has a charm that ordinary men don't have. Why can't I like him? Liu Ruyan was so angry her chest heaved, but she didn't know how to refute it. That's right. She knew my good qualities better than anyone. How could no one like a man like that? But for some reason, when she heard Hui Le admit it herself, she felt a sense of unprecedented tension and panic in her heart, but she quickly calmed down, returning to her cold demeanor once again. Even if Hui Le likes Chen Fan, does Chen Fan like her? She knew Chen Fan's feelings for her better than anyone. It was absolutely not something Hui Le could compare to. At the same time, I was stunned in place beside them. I never expected Hui Le to think that way. Arbet, little sister, I have to give you a piece of advice. You have to be discerning when choosing a man. He doesn't even have a stable job or income. After getting with him, are you going to have to support him? Chen Yu, beside them, seemed a little annoyed, his tone sharp and sarcastic. Hearing his words, I couldn't help but frown. It was clear he seemed to have a huge prejudice against me. Otherwise, he wouldn't be making things difficult for me at every turn. But although I am good-natured, I am not someone who lets others push them around. Just as I was about to open my mouth to retort, I saw Hui Le beside me let out a cold laugh. So it was you. What? You two know each other. Liu Ruyan and I spoke up in confusion at the same time. Hearing this, Hui Le didn't even bother to glance at Liu Ruyan. She just tilted her head slightly to look at me, with a smile on her face. When I was on the plane, it was him who came to ask for my contact information, and it wasn't just me. All the pretty girls on the plane were asked for their contact information by him. It's just that some people, like me, could all see he wasn't a good person, so we didn't give it to him. When I just got off the plane, I thought he looked a bit familiar, but I didn't get a good look. Now it seems the two of them are really a good match. Both are equally promiscuous. You're talking nonsense. Are you, Yan? You absolutely must not believe her side of the story, Chen Yu said with an angry expression, hastily explaining to Liu Ruyan. Do you think I believe what you say? What kind of person Chen Yu is? I know better than anyone. He is absolutely not promiscuous, like you say, and he couldn't possibly be interested in a woman like you. Liu Ruyan looked at Hui Le and gave a cold laugh. Her tone was firm. She had loved Chen Yu since college. Even though they hadn't seen each other for 3 years, she was still willing to believe Chen Yu wasn't that kind of person. Hearing this, Chen Yu seemed relieved of a great burden. His gaze towards Hui Lei carried a hint of provocation. Little sister, I am just looking out for you, so I am just telling you the truth. You don't have to turn around and slander me. Do you? I don't need you to look out for me. Whatever choice I make is my own business. Besides, even if Senior Chen has nothing right now, so what? At worst, I'll support him. On the contrary, you will have a day when the truth is exposed. You should think ahead about how you're going to explain it then. Hui Lei met Chen Yu's arrogant gaze with a mocking one. Hearing this, Chen Yu glanced stealthily at Liu Ruyan. An innocent man has nothing to fear. I haven't done any of these things, so why would I need to explain anything? Hey, I hope so. Senior Chen, I am done eating. Let's go. After hearing that, I hesitated for a moment and finally nodded, preparing to leave with Hui Lei. Wait, Chen Fan, where are you going? The previously silent Liu Ruyan suddenly spoke. Hearing this, I explained, a bit distractedly, I'm taking Hui Lei home. No, Liu Ruyan blurted out almost instinctively. Then her expression softened a little, and she continued, come back with me first. I have something to talk to you about. Let's not. I glanced at the gloomy-faced Chen Yu. Our contract has already expired. It's a bit inappropriate for me to go back with you now. Besides, it's already dark. I should still take Hui Lei home first. If there's anything, we can talk on the phone. With that said, I left without looking back. This was the first time I had refused Liu Ruyan's request. The reason was very simple. I felt a bit guilty towards Hui Lei today. I originally planned to take her out for a meal, but unexpectedly, 2 incidents happened along the way. She said she was done eating, but I knew she just didn't want to continue being with Liu Ruyan and the others. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan's expression became indecipherably gloomy, showing signs of an impending outburst. Ruyan, don't worry about Chen Fan anymore. Let's eat first. After I left, Chen Yu smiled faintly at Liu Ruyan. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan took a deep breath, seemingly trying to suppress her anger. I am a bit unwell today, so maybe we can eat another day. Then Ruyan, it's so late. It's not safe for you to go back alone. Let me go back with you. That way, it'll be convenient for me to take care of you. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan's expression was a little unhappy. Chen Yu, Chen Fan and I aren't divorced yet. Besides, my parents don't know that we're getting together. If they found out, they definitely wouldn't agree. So we need to discuss this more carefully. Chen Yu's intentions were as clear as day, but for some reason, when she knew he wanted to go home with her, a strong resistance arose in Liu Ruyan's heart. Then, alright, it wasn't until Liu Ruyan left that his expression immediately darkened. Chen Fan, this is all your fault. You ruined my good fortune. Don't you want to enter the music industry? I won't let you have your way. With that, he called the waiter to bring the dishes, then opened a bottle of red wine himself, and drank leisurely. On the other side, after Liu Ruyan left the restaurant, she happened to see me and Hui Lei getting into a car together, and her expression immediately turned cold. For some reason, she remembered just now. When Hui Lei admitted with her own mouth that she liked me, she felt an indescribable sense of loss in her heart. She didn't know if I liked Hui Lei or not, but right now, I probably didn't dislike Hui Lei. Otherwise, I wouldn't have refused her, just to take Hui Lei home. Thinking of this, Liu Ruyan's heart grew even more irritated. The next second, she waved to the driver. Follow that taxi just now. At the same time, I was looking at Hui Lei apologetically. Hui Lei, I'm sorry. I'll treat you next time. It's okay, Senior Chen. I've already told you. Don't be so polite with me. But I'll take you up on that treat next time. Hui Lei's cheeks were still slightly flushed. Back in college, I already liked him, but I never had the chance to confess. Today, taking this opportunity, I can finally confess my secret love of so many years. Even if he doesn't agree, it's okay. At least I won't have any regrets. Okay, then it's settled. I'll treat you next time. As for Hui Lei's intentions, I didn't realize them at all. The words she just said, I just thought she was helping me out of a tight spot. Pretty boy, beautiful girl, we're here. At the driver's prompt, the 2 of us hurriedly got out of the car. Hui Lei, you go on ahead. I won't walk you in. Okay, good night. Senior Chen, good night. I watched Hui Lei slowly disappear from my sight until I heard the door close, before turning around to leave. Stop. Just then, a cold voice suddenly sounded from behind me. Turning my head to look, I saw Liu Ruyan being pushed by her bodyguards, looking at me with a gloomy expression. Ruyan, why are you here? I was stunned, with a puzzled look on my face. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan let out a cold, mocking laugh. What? Don't tell me if I hadn't come. You were planning to spend the night at her house? Are you, Yan? What do you mean? I just took Hui Lei home. There's no need to talk like that. I didn't understand what was wrong with Liu Ruyan today. From the airport to the meal with Hui Lei, she seemed to be deliberately picking a fight, and now she even followed me here to say such harsh words. Could she be angry because I followed her today? But I've already explained it. What more does she want? Alright, Chen Fan, come back with me first. Liu Ruyan saw that I was already a bit unhappy, and finally softened her tone. Ruyan, it's really not appropriate for me to go back there now. If someone sees, it will have repercussions. Besides, Chen Yu is still there. If I go back with you, what will Chen Yu think? Who told you Chen Yu is at my house? Liu Ruyan looked puzzled. Then, as if remembering something, the corners of her mouth lifted slightly. See, he's still jealous of Chen Yu after all. Saying these things was just to test the waters, to see if I actually brought Chen Yu home. Alright, let's go. I didn't bring Chen Yu home. Liu Ruyan's tone was a bit impatient. Hearing this, I was a little surprised. Chen Yu just returned to the country today. Logically, shouldn't they be rekindling their old flame? Why didn't Chen Yu go home with Liu Ruyan? And why did Liu Ruyan come looking for me? But none of this has anything to do with me anymore. Forget it. The contract is over now. Let's find some time to get divorced. And I won't bother you two anymore in the future. Today was just a misunderstanding. I hope you can understand. With that, I intended to walk around Liu Ruyan and leave. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan furrowed her brow. It was clear she was already angry, being rejected twice in a row. This had never happened before. Could he really be involved with Hui Lei? Which is why he's rejecting me. Stop. Liu Ruyan turned her wheelchair and spoke, suppressing her anger. Chen Fan, I am telling you one last time, come back with me. Otherwise, don't blame me for taking action against you. With that said, Liu Ruyan turned her wheelchair and headed towards the car on her own, leaving only the two bodyguards standing there looking at me. Seeing this, I frowned slightly, my eyes filled with confusion. I didn't understand. I had already made myself very clear, but why was Liu Ruyan still so persistent? Mr. Chen, let's go. Don't make things difficult for us. I knew Liu Ruyan's way of doing things better than anyone. If I didn't go back with her today, she really would order her bodyguards to take me by force, so I had no choice but to compromise. But on the way, both of us were silent, keeping quiet. Carry me down. After arriving at the villa, Liu Ruyan looked at me commandingly. I shook my head helplessly and carried Liu Ruyan down. Their contract had expired. Even if I didn't obey Liu Ruyan, there would be nothing wrong with it. It was just out of kindness. Plus, Liu Ruyan had helped me after all, so I didn't refuse. It wasn't until I carried Liu Ruyan to the second floor that I took a few steps back and looked at her quietly. Now I just wanted to hear what Liu Ruyan had to say. I would leave after she finished talking. Sit down first. Liu Ruyan glanced at Chen Fan, her tone calm. Forget it. Yu Yan, you should just tell me why you brought me back. I have to go back later. Where are you going? Liu Ruyan stared at me without blinking, her expression growing even gloomier. Seeing this, I was a bit stunned. I didn't understand why. I just said I wanted to leave. Why did Liu Ruyan get angry? Back to the hotel, of course. I haven't found a place yet, so I can only stay there for now. Hearing this, the anger in Liu Ruyan's eyes dissipated a little. Just now, she instinctively thought I was going to find Hui Lei, and her heart skipped a beat. She herself didn't even know why. Chen Fan, you should contact that Hui Lei less in the future. She's not as simple as she looks. Liu Ruyan looked me seriously in the eyes. Every time she remembered Hui Lei at the restaurant, brazenly saying she liked me like that, Liu Ruyan felt a knot of anger in her heart. She was eager for me to stay away from Hui Lei. Hearing this, I frowned in confusion. Why? What other reason could there be for a young girl to publicly confess her feelings in front of so many people? Isn't she ashamed? You can tell she often confesses to other men. How can someone like that be well-behaved? Liu Ruyan spoke with conviction, her face full of disgust for Hui Lei. Seeing this, I pondered for a moment, my expression serious. No way. Hui Lei's definitely not that kind of person. Chen Fan, what do you mean? Don't tell me you like that Hui Lei girl. Liu Ruyan's expression couldn't help but turn cold again. But after hearing her, I just shook my head. I've known Hui Lei since college. She is definitely not the kind of person you describe. As for what she said today, it was because she realized Chen Yu was deliberately targeting me and was just helping me out. So our relationship isn't what you think. Towards the end, I even glanced cautiously at Liu Ruyan. Liu Ruyan likes Chen Yu so much. How could she tolerate me slandering him? But unexpectedly, Liu Ruyan had no unusual reaction after hearing it, but hesitated for a moment. So you're saying you don't like that Hui Lei? Ruyan, what are you thinking? I've always seen her as a little sister. For all these years, the person I've liked has always been Chu Yu. That point will never change. Alright then. Hearing this, the corners of Liu Ruyan's mouth lifted slightly. If Chen Fan doesn't like Hui Lei, then that means Chen Fan isn't entering the music industry because of Hui Lei. In the end, it's still because of me. It's just that, regarding Chen Fan's feelings, I will definitely have to let him down. After all, besides Chen Yu, my heart can't hold any other man. Chen Fan, from now on, you should continue staying here to take care of me. After a long while, Liu Ruyan finally remembered her main purpose. Yan, what do you mean? A puzzled expression. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan paused for a moment then explained. Chen Yu has just returned now, and you know my parents would never agree to me being with him. After I sort things out with my parents, it won't be too late for us to get divorced. Hearing this, I hesitated for a moment. But Ruyan, our contract has already ended. Maybe you should find someone else. I am eager to enter the music industry now, and then search for Chu Yu. How could I have time to take care of Liu Ruyan? The original contract has ended. I really don't want to continue being with Liu Ruyan. Chen Fan, you don't want to take care of me. Is that it? Liu Ruyan was a bit unhappy. So far, Chen Fan had refused her 3 times. The first 2 times had reasons, which I could tolerate. But this time it was just the 2 of them. Was Chen Fan still trying to play this game of hard to get? Hearing this, I quickly waved my hands. Ruyan, don't misunderstand. It's just that, after I enter the music industry, I probably won't have time to take care of you. You still want to be a singer. Liu Ruyan rubbed her forehead, helplessly. I nodded, my eyes filled with determination. Seeing how much I cared about this matter, Liu Ruyan didn't feel it was right to keep discouraging me. But this further strengthened her resolve to keep Chen Fan, because after Chen Fan enters the music industry, he will inevitably interact with Hui Li. Although Chen Fan doesn't like Hui Li, over time, it's hard to guarantee feelings won't develop. Hui Li is definitely not a good woman. If Chen Fan likes her, it will absolutely not end well. So Liu Ruyan still decided to keep me first, and later personally help me find a suitable woman before letting me go. Thinking of this, Liu Ruyan immediately softened her tone. Alright, you can go do your own thing. I won't stop you, but you have to come back at night to take care of me. I looked at Liu Ruyan with some hesitation. Seeing I was reluctant, Liu Ruyan had to resort to an emotional appeal. Chen Fan, after all, I did help you in the beginning. If it weren't for me, you might still be carrying a huge debt right now. Can't I even ask you to help me with this small matter? Besides, what we signed in the contract at the beginning was, you would only leave after Chen Yu returned and my legs were fully healed. But now Chen Yu is back, and my legs haven't fully healed yet. Are you trying to breach the contract? By the end of her speech, Liu Ruyan's words contained a slight hint of a threat. Alright then, let's do as you say. During the day, I'll do my own thing, and come back at night to take care of you. Liu Ruyan had, after all, done me a favor. Besides, Liu Ruyan now held another agreement in her hands. At most, I'll just endure it for another 2 months. Are you Yan? It's getting late. How about I take you to your bedroom to rest? Seeing Liu Ruyan say nothing, I tentatively spoke. Carry me to the bath first. Liu Ruyan returned to her previous cold demeanor. The next day, just as Liu Ruyan and I were having a meal, I received a call from Hui Li. Senior, I just called and asked. This audition program starts today. Registration begins at 8 a.m. I wanted to ask if you have time, so I can go register with you. I have time. I have time. Hearing Hui Li's words, I immediately stood up, completely oblivious to Liu Ruyan's ugly expression. Very quickly, I ran to a convenience store not far from the villa. Then a limited edition black Maybach stopped beside me, then saw me open the passenger door directly and sit down with a smile. This scene stabbed deep into Liu Ruyan's eyes. She had never seen Chen Fan smile so happily. Was he unhappy when he was with me before? Or were the things he said last night all lies? Does he actually like Hui Li? Thinking of this, Liu Ruyan's expression grew even more tense. She called her best friend. Li Xie rushed over. What? Does she have no shame? How dare she say she likes Chen Fan in front of so many people? After finding out what happened at the restaurant yesterday, Li Xie was instantly furious. A layer of jealousy now colored her eyes. Oh my god, are you Yan? What are you spacing out for? Aren't you going to call Chen Fan back? If they keep staying together like this, something's bound to happen sooner or later. No, he said he only sees Hui Li as a sister. Besides, he probably won't have time to fall for Hui Li. Li Xie was puzzled. Ruyan, are you so sure? I thought you were letting Chen Fan stay. Really just because you were worried that your parents wouldn't accept Chen Yu? Hearing this, Li Xie was confused. Don't tell me you have another plan. Of course, I have to help him in the shortest time possible. Find a suitable girlfriend. That way, he can stay away from Hui Li, and at the same time, he won't have to bother me anymore. Hearing this, Li Xie's eyes lit up. Then, would you consider me? I also like Chen Fan a lot. Besides, he and I are a great match. Seeing this, Li Ruyan shot her a glare. Forget it. Who knows if in the future you'll treat Chen Fan with all your heart. Besides, the gap between Chen Fan and your family is too big. Even if you really like him, would your parents agree? Liu Ruyan just thought she was joking. Hearing this, Li Xie pouted and mumbled softly. PFFF'd. It's obvious you can't bear to leave Chen Fan, yet you keep finding these excuses to lie to yourself. At this moment, the phone rang, breaking the quiet atmosphere. Seeing the caller was Chen Yu, Liu Ruyan's brows relaxed. Hello, Chen Yu, what's up? Oh, Ruyan, I want to ask you for a favor. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan was a bit stunned. There's no need to be so formal between us. Go ahead. Ruyan, I've thought it through. I want to participate in this talent competition, and I have to win first place. I hope you can help me. Chen Yu on the other end of the line clearly wanted to use his connection with Liu Ruyan to get special treatment. Liu Ruyan is the CEO of a listed company. The entire entertainment industry, even the music scene, almost all have her investment capital. As long as Liu Ruyan is willing to say the word, no matter how bad Chen Yu's entry is, it will still be number one. This was exactly why Chen Yu sought Liu Ruyan's help. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan frowned slightly. You want to compete too? Do you even know anything about music? It's because I don't know anything that I need to ask for your help. Chen Yu's casual tone left Liu Ruyan a little surprised. But before she could speak, she heard Chen Yu continue. Ruyan, I know your family has always looked down on me. That's why I thought of achieving something. So, Ruyan, I know you just need to say one word and it's a sure thing. Just consider it for our sake. As long as I win the championship this time, Bill definitely become famous after my debut. At that time, we can confess to your parents and they will definitely agree. Okay, I agree. Liu Ruyan seemed to have thought of something and chuckled lightly before speaking. That's great. Ruyan. Wait until I debut. We can be together openly. The two chatted for a few more sentences, then hung up. Hehe, Chen Fan, this time, let's see what you have to compete with me. After hanging up the phone, Chen Yu hummed a tune and left the hotel. At the same time, Liu Ruyan put down her phone and stared blankly at the scenery outside the window. She didn't notice. Lai Xia, beside her, was looking at her with an expression of disbelief. Ruyan, are you crazy? Don't you know Chen Fan is also in this competition? Of course I know. Liu Ruyan let out a small laugh, looking very casual. You knew? And you still did it? You should at least give them a fair chance to compete. Hearing this, Liu Ruyan glanced out the window, a hidden meaning in her eyes. I have to do this. Only if Chen Fan is eliminated will he stay away from Hui Li, and I can also have more time to find a suitable life partner for Chen Fan. Ruyan, I don't object to you separating them, but at least you shouldn't use such despicable methods. What you're doing not only doesn't help Chen Fan, but on the contrary, it will hurt him. Li Xia frowned tightly, her expression firm. Although she also didn't want Chen Fan and Hui Lei to get too close, Li Xia believed one shouldn't use these kinds of tactics to force them apart. But Liu Ruyan just shook her head after hearing this. I am also doing this for his own good. He won't blame me. Seeing this, Li Xia pressed her lips together, but didn't try to persuade her anymore. She knew that once Liu Ruyan made a decision, 10 bulls couldn't pull it back. It's just that Li Xia was now hesitating, wondering if she should tell me about this. On one side is her best friend, on the other is the person she likes. It's truly a difficult choice. Hui Li and I arrived at the studio and were assigned to a private room for rehearsal. Suddenly, the director called all the contestants out. Everyone, quiet down for a moment. I'd now like to introduce a contestant who is joining at the last minute. Hearing this, everyone's eyes turned towards the director in unison. Their brows couldn't help but furrow. The registration deadline ended this afternoon, and now they're squeezing in another person last minute. You don't have to be a genius to know they pulled some strings. Mr. Chen, please come in. The director called softly towards the door. Very quickly, the door opened, and a handsome man walked in from outside. I was a little puzzled. Chen Yu doesn't know anything about music. What is he doing here joining the fun? Let me introduce to everyone. His name is Chen Yu. He just returned from studying abroad. Later, when the show starts, he will be the last one to appear. Chen Yu scanned everyone present with a look of disdain, finally letting his gaze rest on me. There was a hint of smugness in his eyes. I vaguely felt that Chen Yu was targeting me. Very quickly, the audition began. Next, please welcome the first contestant to the stage. I took a deep breath backstage and slowly walked onto the stage. Just as I was about to open my mouth to introduce the song I was going to sing, I was suddenly interrupted by the MC's voice. Please wait a moment. There is an important guest arriving at the studio. Everyone, please give a round of applause to welcome them. The MC touched the earpiece in his ear, and just as he finished speaking, a person also walked up from backstage. I couldn't understand. Ever since the car accident 3 years ago, Liu Ruyan had never been to crowded places like this. But why today? Liu Ruyan glanced at me coldly, but said nothing. It seemed she didn't want anyone here to know about the relationship between the two of them. Seeing this, Hui Lei, who was sitting in the judge's seat, was also a bit surprised. She just shot her a disgusted look before looking away. There are too many people now. It's not convenient for me to argue with her. If it were a less crowded place, I would definitely have it out with her. Alright, now that everyone has arrived, Chen Fan, please begin your performance. Hearing this, I took another deep breath. Next, I would like to bring everyone my original composition, The Path of Ordinariness. This is the song I prepared for Chu Yu, but after I finished my introduction, everyone present was dead silent. Some people compose famous songs, while others are terrible. Maybe this kid really will be eliminated in this first round. The judges were discussing quietly. Liu Ruyan, next to them, frowned even more. She never knew that Chen Fan could write his own music. Could he be trying to get my attention this way? Thinking of this, Liu Ruyan's gaze became complicated. I am afraid that among those present, only Hui Lei alone believed in my original song. At this moment, she was staring at me with wide eyes, not blinking, her eyes filled with anticipation, facing everyone's blows and ridicule. I just slowly picked up the guitar, then closed my eyes and strummed the strings. I have crossed mountains and seas, and I have passed through crowds of people. Everything I once had vanished like smoke in the blink of an eye. I was once lost, disappointed, and without direction, until I realized that being ordinary was the only answer. After the song ended, the previously quiet atmosphere suddenly erupted. The entire audience stood up, applauding and cheering for me. Even the judges couldn't help but applaud in appreciation. But after glancing at Liu Ruyan beside them, their faces immediately darkened. Chen Yu backstage laughed mockingly. Chen Fan, even if you can write a song as good as that, so what? You still can't beat me. At the same time, Huile's eyes stared at me without any concealment. In her astonished gaze, there was also a hint of adoration. Senior Chen is still as radiant as he was 3 years ago, and still as outstanding as he was 3 years ago. Seeing this, Liu Ruyan's expression beside her immediately turned cold. She glanced at me, her gaze carrying a hint of complexity. Chen Fan, could this be the song you wrote for me once? When you were at your most helpless, you crossed mountains and seas to come to my side. You thought you had the whole world. But until Chen Yu returned, you discovered it was all just passing clouds. Then you fell into disappointment and lost your direction in life even more. But until you saw your own heart clearly, you realized you couldn't leave me and wanted to hold on to me, to live an ordinary but not dull life with me. That's why you came to this competition, wanting to use this song to tell me what's on your mind. Liu Ruyan's mind was racing, but when she thought of Chen Yu, her expression immediately turned cold again. Chen Fan, even if you do this, I could never like you. In my heart, there's only Chen Yu. Liu Ruyan also made up her mind. She must eliminate me, because she just saw the look in Huile's eyes, and it was a bit off. It was like she wanted to eat me alive. This also made her feel extremely uncomfortable inside. Letting me be with this vixen every day, something big will happen sooner or later. My song made the other contestants a little embarrassed. They knew they couldn't make it to the finals. Very quickly, everyone's performances were over. Next up was Chen Yu's performance. Chen Yu was quite handsome, so when he took the stage, a few audience members' eyes lit up, but other than that, there wasn't much of a reaction. The song Chen Yu brought was an English song. When he announced the song title, many people there frowned. In recent years, there has been a boycott of foreign songs in the country, but Chen Yu directly challenged the audience. When the music started, Chen Yu also began to sing, but below, the audience's brows furrowed even tighter. It's not that they had never heard an English song. Because of that, they could tell that Chen Yu not only had poor pronunciation, but was also severely off-key. After finishing the song, Chen Yu stood on stage looking down at everyone condescendingly, with a hint of confidence in his eyes. Meanwhile, the audience below one by one removed the hands covering their ears, looking at Chen Yu with disgusted expressions. Even the judges and Liu Ruyan couldn't help but frown slightly, but he was completely oblivious to it. Next, we invite the audience to vote for the contestants. As soon as the MC finished speaking, the large screen on the stage also displayed everyone's vote counts one by one. In the end, with 18,000 votes, I achieved the highest record in the entire studio, while Chen Yu didn't receive a single vote. But at this moment, he was still full of confidence, as if none of this had anything to do with him. Well then, next, we invite the esteemed judges to decide the contestants' fate. The MC turned his gaze towards the judges below. Huile's vote, of course, went to me. As for the other judges, after glancing at Liu Ruyan, they announced their decisions one by one. Although they also greatly admired Chen Fan, unfortunately, Liu Ruyan was the capitalist. They naturally didn't dare to go against her wishes. In the end, under their judgment, I was mercilessly eliminated. Are you guys crazy? Why eliminate Chen Fan? From the judge's seat, Huile angrily pointed at the other 3 judges.